Happy weekend, everyone. I'm Scott Agness of FieldhouseFiles.com. The Indiana Fever just wrapped up practice nearby at Salesforce Court. Inside here, the main bowl. I guess there's a Hot Wheels event going on for kids, but in the meantime, the Fever appreciated having a little bit of downtime. They took Friday off, had Saturday to practice and work on some of the slippage, work on some defensive principles and things headed into this kind of second half of the season following All-Star break. It's crazy to remember that just 1 week ago, the WNBA as a league invaded Indianapolis here for All-Star week. And now, in the last couple of days, the Fever have added to their roster Chloe Bibby, a 6'2" forward, will come to the Fever here on a 7-day contract. It's interesting, she spent a little parts of this season already with the Golden State Valkyries, but when she got the call, she was in China, got here to Indianapolis a couple of days ago, headed into her first game with the Fever coming up Sunday on the road in Chicago. Now, it remains to be seen how high profile of a game that will be. Obviously, the game was moved to the United Center for Caitlin Clark. She's not going to play. Angel Reese, health is obviously in question. She didn't play, I don't think, in the last game. And meanwhile, the game's going to be broadcast nationally as a featured game across ABC family of networks. So after this practice, we talked with Kelsey Mitchell, who's been an outstanding performer in the league, not just with the Fever over the last couple of months. Talked about defense too, as well as what she trains to get prepared for this moment during the regular season. Then we heard from both Stephanie White and newcomer Chloe Bibby.
What were your impressions of Chloe before you guys brought her in, and how do you feel like she fit in even on just steroids?
Yeah, I mean, her ability to stretch the floor, to be a shot maker, to create some space on the interior for AB, you know, her size certainly as well. And it's are all things that we liked, and you know, now we get an opportunity to see. She came in, she studied the offense, and she's been good. She's been really good.
I think her best game this season was against you guys. Do you remember that performance from her at all?
I don't. I was not at that game because of the funeral, so I don't remember. Yeah.
What's the challenge of integrating someone this late into the season?
Yeah, I mean, it's a challenge always, anytime you're integrating, but I think at the position that she'll play for us, you know, really being somebody that's in that stretch four, middle of the floor, there's not a lot of nuance to how we'll use her. We'll shorten the playbook a little bit, make it specific to ways that we can continue to stretch the floor when we put her on the floor with AB.
Today you had a rare practice you've kind of been going for. You're not 100%, but what'd you try to get out of today then?
Just addressing some slippage on the defensive end, making sure we work some offensive execution, timing, understanding really what we're trying to get on the offensive end of the floor, and just use this as an opportunity to do some full speed stuff, get up and down a little bit.
Stretches out a little bit here, the schedule for you. You're going to have a game every other day. Is that going to help, I guess, just with recuperating?
Yeah, for sure. I think from a recovery standpoint, mentally, physically, and emotionally, to be able to recover, not be fatigued. And then also implementing new things. You know, we haven't really been able to put in anything new, as well as fine-tuning some of our areas that we need to continue to grow.
With Kelsey, did you notice a difference with Kelsey just in terms of how she came into the season physically? Like, did you notice leaner, stronger, anything like that?
No, not really. I mean, you know, Kelsey's always kind of been the same. I think it's just making sure that we're putting her in positions to use her instincts and to do what she does best. She was playing really well overseas in China throughout the course of the off season. She was, you know, getting buckets like she does. She had a little bit of a finger thing when she came back, but she's been great, and we just want to keep putting her in position to use her instincts.
So you guys have been longing for some real practice time together. I mean, what do you feel like you guys were able to get accomplished today going into a quieter week?
I think the discipline has to be maintained. So I think practice is just that. Showing up is one thing, but being intentional is another. So hopefully for us, it was about mentally knowing we need to be for Chicago, using that as fuel for the game after that and the game after that. But really today was just making sure stacking days is important, not the opponent but us. So hopefully today was just about stacking the day and getting the right reps.
What's it feel like for you as you stack months of quality play after quality play like we have seen? But what does that feel like?
You kind of hope that you don't jack it up for one. I think, literally you just really want to be, how can I say it? Stabilized, kind of neutralized. And because of these reps are important, and as I build on, I think you guys get to see how good, our rhythm is starting to catch. So I think rhythm is important for players, let alone teams. And so individually, I want to be rep after rep after rep and get the rep and get it right. So when I get to the game, you guys get to see she probably worked on that a couple times, So that's the goal. That's always the goal. get the reps so I can show who I am in the game.
You've explained to us a few times this season that you feel like your guys' offense is at its best and most connected when your defense is good.
For sure.
Josh said that last game as well. Have you felt that fluidity improve front end to end recently?
I think so. I think it was big for us for the Aces because, you know, Asia Wilson is amazing. And so for us, being able to defend a player like that, let alone a team with Jackie Young and Chelsea Gray, that was big for us because, you know, they can put the ball in the hole any kind of way. They're that good. And so when we noticed that, hey, you know, get a little bit more pressure, a little bit this, a little bit that, you make great players kind of like, you know, second guess a little bit. So that's always our goal. But I think that defensive mindset is really like, it's our bread and butter, man. Like if we can defensively just be sound for a whole game, and it's easier said than done, I think we give ourselves way more chances of winning.
You guys have had some rough defensive seasons in your time here. Does this year feel like one of the better defensive groups?
I think so. I think that it's all about having the right group of players that want to play defense. I think defense is always a one type of thing, and I think that right now, I think for us to win games and stay in that conversation of playoffs and contention, our defensive mindset has to be there every time because, I mean, you get to see who we are in transition and what kind of player I am or what area is or Lexi or Soph off defending. And so when we get in transition, we get our best.
Defensively, have you noticed the buy-in more consistently even during practice as the season gone?
I think that we had a couple aha moments over the course of the season, like, dang, our defense is really good. And you don't want to like, dang, our defense is really good. And so I think the more and more we started to believe it and like actually see the reps, and then we go to film and like Breon January and Karima, like really great defensive mindset coaches. So they'll show us on film how good we were. It was like, you know. So I think the aha moments of like seeing ourselves be great at it kind of gave us a little fuel, but it's definitely the mindset.
For you, I think they mentioned on the broadcast, have you been training with like a football trainer?
Oh, I did, man. I did. It's like really one of my little something I do. It don't work for everybody, but it worked for me. I'm a footwork person. I'm a speed and agility person. So in order to be my best self.
So what all does that entail? Like, are you running tires on like a football field, or what are you doing out there?
Tires? I don't know about that. Anything you would do as a football player. If you go watch a football workout, I do the exact same thing. Being able to backpedal, turn your feet, really a lot of more DB type of stuff, and being able to use your footwork to get to the spots, taking the angles to break down and de-escalate and then speed back up and be able to change directions is really big in the basketball world. So if I could do it with the football players and see them guys do it, like I did it like 3 or 4 days a week, and I sucked. I was horrible, but I was there with football players and they was like catching the football. I was just using a basketball for that. But really it was just about finding the footwork and finding the angles that I needed, because I think it translates to basketball.
What inspired that for you? Like, what led you to
really nothing. My trainer, the guy that I live with, he's a really top football coach, and so we got back to the basics of the plan of what we're going to do for the preseason. And he was like, we're going to cover a lot more football stuff that aligns with basketball, and so there you got it.
Someone's throwing a basketball like a football?
No. Like, I mean, let's say I was dropping and de-escalating somewhere, you just catch that.
Did you get out on like the tackling sleds at all, like just for fun?
No, DB type of stuff.
Okay.
What's this opportunity mean to you to join the Fever, and what's special about this opportunity for you?
Yeah, I mean, obviously I'm really excited. I had some stint there at Golden State and it was a great time. So yeah, went over and played with Australia, won a gold there, and that was great. So just to be back in the W and have another crack is really exciting. Really grateful for this opportunity here with the Fever, and just excited.
What's it like to get up to speed so quickly? Obviously having to learn some of the plays, probably watching film to catch up on what you have missed.
Yeah, everyone's been super great, really helpful. So, just kind of take it all in my stride right now and one step at a time. But everyone's been super helpful, so it's been good transition so far.
So where were you when you got the news or got the call that the Fever were picking you up?
I was in China.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So how quickly were you, like, is it just scramble mode then coming over to the States, like pack a bag and go?
Well, yeah, I was already so I went from San Francisco to China, and so then I didn't really get to go back to Australia. So just from China, I was like, well, I already have some stuff back, so then just come back over here, back to America. So yeah, it was good. It all happened pretty fast, but as I said, super grateful for the opportunity.
Does it still feel chaotic now that you've been with the team for a day, or do you feel like a little bit settled now?
I feel a little bit settled. I have had a lot of sleep, which is great, so I think I've got over the jet lag a little bit, so feeling good.
You had the chance with Golden State to play against this Fever team.
Yeah.
What kind of your impressions then, and how do you feel like you can fit into what they do?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, really physical team, tough, fast-paced, and I like that fast, style. So I think that suits me a lot. Fast-paced, shoot through ball, and I think that's exactly what I do. So hopefully I can find my strides here and get into some.
Has that been similar to what they've kind of instructed you that they hope you will do here?
Yeah, I think just as long as I bring some energy and fast-paced everything, and just try find my shots within the offense and just getting to know the girls and chemistry and stuff. It takes time, but to try and build that quickly, and everyone's been really good so far.
Do you have any familiarity with any of the players?
I think I've honestly played against everybody. Sure. I haven't played with anybody, but I think with a college, professional, something, there's some sort of tie nearly with everybody on the team, so that's good.
Is it beneficial at all to be on the road? Like you have a bus ride, I guess, to kind of beef up on the scheme and all that
I guess
stuff?
so, yeah. Oh, definitely, for sure, on the ski out and the scheme and things like that, but I think it's a couple-hour bus ride, so get to know everybody a little bit better. It'd be good.
When did you get into town?
I don't even know what day it was. A couple days ago.